Hey, it's Editing Gabriel here. So this video had a ton of problems. We had to record it and then my recording software stopped responding. When we stopped recording it, I had to recover the video file. I had to do a bunch of stuff. So the recording is a little messed up. Unfortunately, I didn't have the actual screen capture of the website we were looking at. So I had to actually manually add everything I was talking about, find where it was on the website when we were doing it, and re-record in post. So you're going to notice that parts of this video are very fancily video edited and parts of it aren't, because this was a massive headache. There were a lot of recording tech errors, unfortunately. Those have all been resolved, so they won't happen moving forward. But if there's a discrepancy throughout different parts of the video with video quality, that's why. Still wanted to make sure that the website owner got this analysis, because we put an hour and 30 minutes into kind of dissecting the website and giving them tips that were, in my opinion, that are going to be incredibly helpful. But just know that some parts of the video are going to be in completely different quality. There are going to be edits at certain parts, and then there's going to be not edits at certain parts. We did the best we could with the time we had, but we can't obsess over this singular video. I'm trying to make it fancy. So appreciate your understanding. And with that, let's dive right in to the website analysis. Also, this is a brand new series we're doing. If people enjoy this and people get value out of this and we can help people in the courses or in the YouTube comments or whatever, we're more than happy to continue doing this, whether it's just me or with Ferhan. Personally, I think me and Ferhan get along great. This is actually my first time ever meeting him in a video call. Like, we've never audio called or anything. He's a real student that went through my courses. We became friends because I think he's a really nice guy and we agree on a lot of things. And we're both very passionate about SEO and marketing. So make sure you check him out. I'll have a link to him and his channel below in the description. Please subscribe to him if you enjoy the video and you enjoy the feedback that we've both given to the website owner and to the audience. Feel free to check him out. He just did this because he wanted to help, and he's devoted a lot of time to this, just like I did. So again, go give him a follow. And with that, let's dive in. And I hope you enjoy the website analysis. And I hope both the website owner and I hope anyone watching this learns valuable tips to improve their marketing. And yeah, let's get started. And I think we are recording. Hey, what's going on? I am here with Ferhan, and we are going to be doing some analysis of websites.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So,
yeah, my name's...
Sorry, go ahead.
I knew this was going to happen, man. Chemistry issues. Yeah, my name's Ferhan. I actually got into SEO through Gabriel's course. And now I actually sell SEO as a service. So I'm still new to SEO. I'm not like an expert or anything, but there's a couple of things that, I'm getting fairly good at. So yeah.
Awesome. So I've got the website here pulled up. Now, this was requested by McKay Prince. There's someone in the Facebook group for the course. So they said we could look at their website. So we're going to see what's here. And I want to try to do, I hate doing just like improve this. So I want to give them some props or things they do right. And then we'll kind of just go through. So I guess I'll go first because I'm the one screen sharing, because then I'm going to have to scroll. So we'll do that. And then do you want to just flip and take turns doing it?
Yeah, I think if you go first, and then if I feel like I have anything to add, maybe like, I'll signal or something. But if I don't have anything to say, then I probably won't say anything.
Okay. So I love the keywords. The keywords right away are really good in the slider. I'm assuming this is a slider. No, it's not. Okay. But the keywords are really nice. I like the color scheme. I think it looks really clean. I don't know why this text isn't centered. That's driving me crazy, but maybe that's just a me thing. The phone number in the upper right is really good. This is clickable TL link as far as I can tell. The weird thing is that they have like a hamburger menu on desktop. I thought that was kind of strange compared to like mobile. I don't know if people are going to know that they need to click on that on desktop. So that's interesting. I'm just looking at, they do have the website architecture, because I'm noticing in the bottom left the URLs here. So that's really good. Looks like they have that. And then they have about, blog, contact, I don't know if people are going to know that's under an Explore.
Oh no, no, it's all right. It's all right. I thought I was trying to figure out if they had the little drop down arrow. I just saw
They,
it there, yeah. But it's
yeah,
really
they
hard to
do.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, that and then the Explore, I think I wouldn't know to click on Explore to see like contact. I think maybe like get in touch or some
yeah,
other name, but I think
yeah,
it looks
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. I mean, my thoughts. I think the website looks really good. Looks really clean. Like you said, the hamburger menu. Um, uh, yeah, it's not great. I'll be honest. It needs to be like, you know, what do you call like a normal navigation bar, basically, like, home. Um, yeah, basically. And I think from an SEO perspective, maybe maybe you could just have a bit more prose at the start, but then you'll compromise your design, I guess.
Well, let's scroll down and see what is below the fold because we haven't seen anything yet. So this will be interesting. Editing Gabriel again here. I wanted to point out why we're going to focus so much throughout this video on website design and interfaces. And it's important to remember that user experience overlaps directly with SEO. The way that users are going to interact on your website actually will affect your ranking position, because if people are bouncing or leaving your website early, it sends a bad sign to Google. And by the way, Google can see this because you have Google Analytics set up on your website. But remember that Google also uses manual reviewers sometimes. Obviously, they have, bots that come onto your website. So they're going to get a feel for what your user experience is, obviously. So it's very, very important to make sure that user experience is very, very clean and everything is intuitive and makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to interject and mention that before we continue the video, so you understand why we're going to be focusing on that a lot moving forward throughout this website analysis. I do like the background too. I think the background looks really clean. It matches the colors, and that's not easy to do. I've spent hours tinkering with this kind of stuff for client websites, so they nailed that.
What do you
Let's
think about the color for the call to action? Um, the contact us. I feel like it kind of blends into the background a little bit.
is it I agree with you. Is it just me, or is this a different color than this one down here?
I think they're the same color.
It looks different, but it could just be like my angle.
Yeah.
I mean, it does match their logo, so they're going for like a branded thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe exploring something a little bit different could be good. I mean, the site design is clean. Like, I gotta give them that. Like, it's really good.
Yeah. Definitely looks premium.
You can tell the marketing strategy and who their demographic is for sure. Because whenever I see gold, you know it's expensive. So if whether that's their intention or not, I think I'm gonna put it in here because that's the gold and black color scheme in a nutshell.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just looking at the text here. Oh, you can't highlight. That's weird. Okay.
That's not premium enough. Highlight.
Yeah, you got to be able to highlight for the price tag. But they have like professional alteration services in here. I'm not sure I would know what alteration is as a just a random person.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the service that they're offering there is, to be honest.
Like bathroom remodel, I understand. Home restoration, I understand. Kitchen remodel. So they do have like their services and everything. And maybe it's just because we're not in this niche. Like this could be good. So I don't want to be like, change this if it's not, something that they need to change. But yeah, I think they have keywords in each of these, which is good, but it's also not just keyword stuffing. They have some, kind of natural content. So I think that's pretty good. It looks like these are links. These pictures are links to the different service pages.
Oh yeah. Wait, can you because yeah, it's got the little hand icon, so it probably is, isn't it? Yeah. Is that good practice to put the link on the image, or is it better to put it on the text?
I wouldn't have known if I hadn't hovered my mouse over it. See, I was curious if these opened Lightbox where like the image would get bigger. That's why I did that. I don't think people are going to know that these are clickable. I think you want to have a button. each one.
Yeah. And I was reading, I don't know if this is true, but apparently the text in the link adds to your SEO.
Yes, absolutely. That's the anchor text that everyone talks about with, you got to put in something and then build relevance that way.
Okay.
These, I'm not, they're pictures, so it's like I would have to do an inspect element and everything. But I just think I'm seeing user experience problems with the hamburger menu and this. I think this might be a reoccurring theme where this is going to cause bounces, or people just aren't going to click on these things, and Google's going to see that and it's going to cause problems. So definitely,
Oh,
like, this is one of those, this feels like this, and you might agree with me. This feels like a website designer came in, did a really great job with design, and put design first and then like SEO second, is what it feels like.
yeah, I think that's probably true. A lot of web designers don't really know SEO. Um, and it's like, why would you? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think it's one of those things that it's like, uh, coming from a web design background into doing SEO, you always have that struggle between building a website for a person and for a search engine.
It's there's this like really small sweet spot that you want to be in, and
Yeah,
if you're not in that sweet spot, you're just it's tough. It's tough, especially as a new web designer. People who get into, and I used to run a web design agency, they don't know anything about SEO, so they're coming in
yeah,
here with like the fanciest themes and everything, and they're like, well, it looks great, but the SEO is usually atrocious, or it needs to be better. But they don't know because they don't go into it like learning SEO, being like, oh, I'm going to offer SEO or anything.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But let's see what else is here.
Gallery. I like the
Okay,
word gallery. I've noticed that websites that have the word gallery seem to rank higher for some reason.
interesting.
I think it's a so I was reading the Google Docs on this, and they're really big on trust signals. And I think if you're a builder or a remodeler and you have a like you tell the search engine that you got a gallery, that basically translates as a portfolio, and it kind of helps search engines understand that you have a lot of experience. But that could also just be BS. I'm just like trying to connect too many dots.
I think it's really good. I think users
Yeah.
love seeing it, even if it's not a search engine thing. I remember when I added, back when I had my web design agency, so this was like a lifetime ago, but when I added a portfolio page and actually started putting stuff in there, my ranking like doubled.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, it
Wow,
could have
that's
been other things, you never really know if you're doing a bunch of optimizations, but I think people like it. It builds
yeah,
trust. Like, I would rather pay, if I see this on a site, I'd rather go with that person, like as a consumer. So I think it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah. And to be honest, like I think these pictures look amazing. Like the photography on this is like really, really good.
And you can
Um,
tell like they do a great job too.
yeah. Do you reckon they should make the gallery actually more prominent? Like, because the pictures are that good. Um, I don't know. Like, they could just move it on the top.
Let's click on this and see what happens. That's good.
Oh
Okay, they have
yeah,
a light
that's
box. They have a
nice.
light box. And they have a description at the bottom. Okay, this is really, really, really well done. Um, they should definitely have a website page where it's just their portfolio for sure. I love the almost like material background here. I think that's really cool from a design perspective.
Our unique. That thing that says our unique approach. Is that like a H2 or something?
Let's see. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's an H2.
Yeah, so I wonder maybe they could write something in that H2 that's a bit more optimized for search engines.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm seeing corporate speak, corporate speak, corporate speak. I hate corporate speak from an SEO perspective because it makes you look like a big company, but that's all it does. And there's better uses of space and text.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, I think search engines in a way, sometimes they're rooting for the little guy. I've noticed that a lot of local businesses that do SEO really well actually like they just outrank, like big national companies.
Well, I think proximity very well could be a thing. But I also
Yeah.
think Google knows they've already been slapped with lawsuits lately. I think they know that like if we just promote the same big company, we're gonna get slammed.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't even know that.
They're being forced to like
Yeah.
split up. They were actually, I think, like officially classified as a monopoly, and I think they're having to even sell like Google Chrome. Apparently, like Chrome's going to have to separate, from what I've heard, which is kind of crazy.
I hope they sell like part of Google as well, because I feel like the SERPs have been just getting like really, really bad lately. Like, unless you're like top three, like to be honest, unless you're on the map pack, I don't think you're just missing out on a lot of SEO, a lot of traffic. I think.
There was a YouTube video that went viral that I was watching like a couple days ago, and he was talking about the enshittification of Google search and how they've purposefully made it worse because of ads. So that and like it was crazy. Like half the search page was just ads, and then they make it. Apparently, they're making the like organic SERPs bad on purpose, so people go back up to the ad because they can't find anything.
What you
It's
know?
pretty
What
bad.
I
It's
think.
pretty bad.
Right. I think I'm gonna be actually looking into Bing now because I wonder. I do legitimately think that if things go in this direction, people are gonna jump off of Google onto the competition.
100% agree. I think some AI thing might replace Google. This is like my long-term prediction, but I'm really not sure. But it just is really unfortunate what they've done. And I have a reaction video coming out on YouTube soon where like, is SEO dying? Is what the person made a
Yeah.
video on. And I think they're killing it. You know what I mean? Like it's not dead,
Yeah. Yeah.
but if this stuff keeps up, it's just gonna ruin it for everyone.
Mm, 100%, 100%. But fingers crossed. I think if anything, it's just gonna evolve, and like you gotta evolve with whether it's Google or Search GPT, the fundamentals are gonna be the same, right? Like it's all just gonna be keywords at the end of the day, like relevance and then authority. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just. I feel like that's what SEO boils down to is content, like relevance and authority.
You nailed it, 100%.
Yeah.
I remember seeing people I know we got to keep moving with the site or we're going to be here forever talking about SEO.
Yeah.
But I saw in a Facebook group, this was like around the time ChatGPT had first come out, people were freaking out, like, hey, SEO is going to be dead and everything. And it's like, I've said this for a long time. I'm like, you're just going to have to appeal to an AI algorithm, but it's going to be the exact same thing it always has been. It's not going away.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But
what do you think of like this section though?
I love the background, but I think we both kind of felt that the content should change.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, this is nice actually. I like the kind of breaking down of the, how the consultation works and all that.
It's always refreshing to see because customers want to know, like, what do I have to do? They want it to be easy. They want to understand it. This is always good to have.
Yeah. Do you think this whole that part about the warranty is quite interesting? Do you think that would like help build the trust signals with Google search?
It depends. If manual reviewers come through the site, I think it's going to help. I don't know if Google's looking for like that like thing, but
Yeah.
it may be. I don't know. I do think Google's algorithm is going to become more. If Google goes in the right direction, doesn't die, I think their algorithm is going to become more AI intertwined.
Yeah.
Where this kind of stuff you will have to start really obsessing over this type of stuff. I don't think we're there yet, but I think a manual reviewer 100% would look at this and be like, yes or no for
Yeah.
position.
Have you noticed like things like terms of service and privacy policies? They do seem to have a small impact um, on helping you rank higher.
I think it's just like a compliancy thing where Google doesn't want to put websites that
Yeah.
don't have it that aren't compliant.
Okay, yeah. So it could be like a little what you call it, like a tick box exercise where you like just ticking certain things. From an SEO perspective, though, what do you think of what do you think could improve here?
Um, it's taking up a lot of space, but the
Yeah,
website design is looking good on. I have a 32-inch monitor, and a lot of
yeah,
websites don't look good on a 32-inch monitor. They've done that, so I think it's okay. Let me see what
yeah.
this looks like on a smaller, on like an iPhone, for example.
Looks all right.
I think it's okay. I think I would leave that as it is.
Yeah. Oh, I
I
know
can
you
immediately tell what they're trying to optimize for here. Very obvious.
That's quite funny, man.
Oh man.
I mean, it might work, to be fair. Remodeling companies in St. George.
I bet
That's
none of their
interesting.
competitors are doing that.
Yeah, well, the proof's in the pudding, though. I do wonder if you Googled remodeling companies in St. George, would they come up? Um,
Let's test this theory. Let's see. I'm gonna do the old incognito. Let me switch what I'm sharing here. So they are not in
yes.
the maps pack, which is not good.
And to be honest, that guy doesn't even have any reviews, and he's in there.
I'm not seeing them in the maps pack still.
They might not have a profile.
I think they may need more like Google My Business optimization than website.
Oh yeah,
That could
yeah.
very well be. Let me
But
pop
I'll be
this in.
honest, yeah,
Yeah.
80% of your customers will come through the map pack.
Yeah. So to the people on this website, pause your organic optimization and website tweaking, go right to Google My Business stuff, and then come back to it. That's my advice.
Yeah, 100%. And make sure you get reviews, no matter what it takes.
Go nuclear with reviews. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell that these are like real questions probably that people have asked them. Pause real quick. If you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you, please like the video and subscribe so we can keep doing awesome website analyses just like this. I always love, and this comes from like my copywriting and email marketing skill set. I love bolding text that you want people to make sure that like they see that and they read it first. I love that. It's a great practice. This should probably be bolded right here because
Yeah,
that's
okay.
definitely a TLDR answer, I think.
So you bold the stuff that kind of summarizes what you want people to digest.
I do it in my emails all the time. Like if I have an email link I'm mailing out to the list, I'll just bold like whatever the call to action is, colon, and then like the thing. So like get started now, I'll bold that and then I'll have the link after.
Yeah.
But I think this is pretty solid. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. And what I would do if I was like an SEO consultant, I would just double these questions. So I would just add way more questions. And I think that would just send the relevancy signals through the roof because you're just literally all you're doing is writing about remodeling in St. George, mention St. George a few times, whatever, if you need to. I think, this is a good thing and you can't have too much of a good thing.
As long as every word in here isn't keywords, we're good.
Yeah.
I've seen that before when I've come in to clean up people's messes. So,
Oh yeah, you don't want to get pandas.
but I think this is phenomenal content. I think we both agree
Yeah.
there could be a few more added, maybe, but solid section, I think.
You know what would be good is a picture of the owner or a video and even a video testimonial or something.
100%. I think this is the bottom, the next element. I want to look at their about page to see if they have that kind of stuff or not.
Do they not? Do they have testimonials on the homepage?
No.
Okay. It's just a call to action.
Yeah, that would probably be something I would add.
Effortlessly. I like that copywriting at the bottom though. Effortlessly transform your home.
I
in the
don't.
contact us button. Yeah.
Sorry, go
There you
ahead.
go.
You're saying what I'm going to say. Yeah,
No, 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 it's all right. You should say it. You should say
it should be in the middle
Yeah,
and maybe bigger.
yeah, yeah. It needs to be red, man. That's what I'm thinking. It has to be red. You know, you want people to contact you now. Like, even have like a form in there, I reckon. Just make it as seamless as possible.
Their footers. Oh, I see terms of service. I see privacy policy. I see a sitemap. This is like absolutely
That's good.
fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what you need. And I would say like the 2024 thing they got at the bottom, copyright 2024. Do you reckon? What do you think? Should he have his business address at the bottom on the footer?
I think so. Now I feel like we're not going to see a NAP address on the contact page. I have a feeling now that when we go to the contact page, this is not going to have that, which is not good. Also, the whole time I haven't been recording the site. I've just been recording the Facebook call because it's tiny down there. I didn't expand it.
No. Do we have to do this again?
No, I'll just scroll down as we go since we're just scrolling
All
in
right.
video editing. But I'll open it now.
Smart solution.
I can't even make it bigger in the Facebook call. That's so dumb. Okay, then I'll just switch back and forth again. So I think the problem that I have with this is that the sitemap down here is actually
It's a proper sitemap.
well, yes, but I think you want to have an HTML sitemap for humans and then an XML sitemap for like actual your visitors or for search engines. Sorry. So you want to have XML for search engines and an HTML one for humans. This is good, but I think that you want to have one for people. That's like a big thing I've seen that has actually built authority is having two different sitemaps. The XML one isn't linked on the site. It's just submitted to Google. And then this would be like an actual like sitemap. And there's even like WordPress plugins that make it for free that will just make you an XML one and an HTML one with one plugin. So that might be something that I would do.
Yeah, 100%.
This is really good that they have the different like locations that they're serving. That's probably definitely building location relevance. So that's really good.
Well, what's your thoughts on this hyperpeak.build? Do you think it should be .com or is .build okay?
I think the problem is that .builds, I think people don't trust it because people are so used to having .com that when they see like .builds or these other kind of newer-ish type of domains, they get like a little sketched out. So I think, if you can switch the domain, do it. But I also know like at this stage, it's very hard to do that. So I think honestly, just keep moving with everything else. Don't switch it. But I think for F as an like kind of an FYI for the future, don't use things that aren't .com, .net, or .org if you can help it. But what I really want to see here is the about page because hopefully they have pictures of them. I guess we're gonna find out and see. I think this is like the same picture as the homepage.
Yeah, it is.
So that's duplicate content.
Oh yeah. Does that count as duplicate content?
Same image. It's 2 pages. I would try to put a different picture here if you can. I think they should do that.
Right, and I just realized I have to fix a few websites. It's funny.
Google's always been anti-duplicate content, but people have also obsessed over it and then gotten too paranoid. Like with, for example, I was talking to someone in the Facebook group and they were saying like, my contact buttons are all the same. And I'm like, you're fine. It's okay. It was like things like that where they're like paranoid. But just images and text generally, if it isn't like a call to action, should be different depending on like the different pages.
Okay. I think I've never seen this pattern where it's like you do about and then your brand name. And it kind of looks like they're trying to rank their about page with their brand name, if that makes sense. So if someone Googles like Hyperpeak Remodel and Repair, then their contact page is going to come up or their about page is going to come up. Wouldn't it be better to try and rank your homepage for that instead?
I'm gonna case in point here. It's gonna let me do this in incognito so I can actually show what I'm talking about. But if you search for like local SEO shuriken, for example, right? It grabs every page where you don't have to like search for that thing.
Oh wow.
Like testimonials and stuff. Sometimes it'll show about and stuff for like local rank ninja and everything.
Yeah,
So I think
cool.
like I think you're right. I think that's a mistake. Because you if people are looking you up, it'll pull multiple pages from your website. So like you don't
Yeah.
have to have this text here as well. And that's kind of, again, with the duplicate image behind it, it's probably weird compared to like what other websites, not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think making this text shorter, again, centering it, please, for our sanity, and maybe a different background image would be preferred.
Does it scroll down or is that the whole page?
No, there's more.
Okay.
They have
That should
a
be at the
person.
top. That's nice.
This is awesome because I've had
Yeah.
so many clients, and I don't know if you've had this experience where they're so terrified of like having pictures in them for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And it's like people
But
are gonna see you anyway, you know?
yeah. And I think it's awesome. Like I think, like from a user perspective, like if I'm a customer and I'm trying to spend big money with you, then I need to see what you look like. Like it's just this human thing. It's not like like you want to see that like the business is legit, is what I'm trying to say.
So this builds a lot of confidence. Like if I was a prospect in this niche, I would probably go with this company because you've got not only do you have the owner, but you have the branding on the shirt, the truck. That tells me this is a reputable company because like a scam,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have all that. I mean, probably not, right? So that's big like trust building points right there, in my opinion.
This is a personal thing, but I would actually put that picture on the front page. It would probably, it might look maybe not as stylish, but if you're trying to, you know, target local customers and you're trying to build that trust, then having a picture of your truck or like a picture of you, I think that's really good.
I would move this picture to the homepage, like you said. I would put
Okay.
another picture of him here because you have two, is what I would do.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
split. Let's look at the copy. I almost didn't look at the copy because the picture was so good. Um,
I think it needs to be like if you go on about, it needs to be the first thing that people see.
I agree. I agree.
I like the word like licensed.
I like I developed a deep passion because that feels more real than a lot of the corporate speak you see people type on their about pages. This is like better copy than what most people have when I have come in to do SEO for them because it
Yeah.
actually feels like you feel something reading it. It's not just corporate, we're the best and all this stuff. So I think this is really really good, and it even like tells that he's been in the niche for a while without coming across as corporate-y. So I like that.
Yeah, yeah. 100%. I think it looks really nice. Personal.
This is also great that there's then again a contact button because I can see
Yeah.
the user journey where people are going to the about page, they're seeing this, and then they do want to call, but also the phone number is there too. I don't know if this is redundant. I guess I would say keep it, because they have a sticky header, which is interesting because a lot of my clients don't, or this stays no matter like where you scroll. I actually think with their website,
Yeah.
it actually is good for them. So I would actually say keep that. The way it looks is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
clean.
I think yeah, and like you can't have too many CTAs, right? Like I think most people don't have enough. So
I have seen way back when I was first learning copywriting, there was a book and he
yeah.
was talking about how people had too many different CTAs that branched to different things, and then
Uh,
the user got overwhelmed because it was like added barrier or whatever, and then they like bounced. I think if all the CTAs are going to the same place, it's okay. I think if
yeah.
we have like opt into my email list, buy my stuff, subscribe to my Facebook page, like all in the same like visible, I think people get overwhelmed.
Yeah. So you're saying it's better just to have like one CTA that you like try and drum into the user and make sure that they like, in this case, is contact us to make sure that they contact you. Yeah.
But I think this is good. I almost
It's
wonder if
nice.
maybe making this a tell link because people already have contact. I mean, there's tell there.
I'm just wondering, like the contact us. I wonder if you could like rewrite it to like, be like, get your call today, or like, I don't know. That's just me like thinking random stuff, but
I really like
yeah,
that. I think like schedule an appointment as like the
yeah,
CTA or something, like you said, and then that takes them to the contact page. But maybe that'll get them to click because now you have two different calls to action. Maybe that one
yeah.
resonates with people more subconsciously and then they like click it. Editing Gabriel here. Split test, schedule an appointment versus the existing call to action. You may be surprised with what gets more results.
Oh, this is nice. I like this actually.
But I see corporate speak and I hate corporate speak. I like the design, but I think that the content
Yeah.
should be something else.
I mean, I like the fact that they have values though. That's kind of cool.
I do like the values, yeah. Actually, I think
Yeah.
I take back what I said. I do think this should be we respect you instead of we show respects.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It needs to be about the person, right? That's reading it. They need to feel involved in the process. Like we maximize, I'll
I
be
don't like
honest,
that.
that's corporate speak. But we provide excellence. How about like, we give you an excellent service, kind of like, just put that you in there, make it all about you, you.
I think we'll earn your business instead of we earn confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Even will earn your confidence. That is,
Yeah, I
you got
agree
trust,
100%.
man.
Have you and you're in here 100%.
And but I think that's a theme throughout the site, is that actually the copywriting could actually be a little bit better. There isn't too much. Do you know, because you've done copywriting, right? So like there's that kind of like standard template of benefit plus value proposition, but the benefit has to be all about the customer. And I think that this site could definitely benefit a little bit more from that, style of copywriting.
It's so funny because I just had yesterday a different, not this student, but I had a different student in the Facebook group email me asking me about copywriting recommendations. I wish
Yeah,
I like have the perfect response that I can give this person of like resources and stuff because I just
yeah.
sent that to someone. But yeah, I think
Uh,
the copy could be tweaked a little bit. But I think there's also a lot of really good copy too. So I think just some things could be made better, and that will probably give you more conversions.
I think the fact, well, it depends. It depends. First, you got to get the traffic, and then it's the conversions later, I guess. We don't know what stage this guy's at.
I mean, not showing up in the maps pack is definitely not a good sign. But if they're
Oh
just
yeah,
like just getting started, it's understandable that they want to have the website built out and then do it that
yeah.
way.
And it's crazy. It's crazy how just like overpowered the maps pack is, man.
I've been telling you, there's so many people in the group who keep obsessing over, and I'm sure you've seen this,
Yeah,
organics. I get messaged
yeah,
about it like every day, and I'm like, stop. Like, you're a
yeah.
local business. I'm like, work on maps. Like,
I'll be honest. Like I was one of those guys too, and like you would tell me like just work on your maps. Um, but I had to learn the hard way, man. That like, okay, even though I'm like number 3 organic, like actually it doesn't mean that much anymore. I'll be honest. Like it's really sad, but it's true. Like it's all about the maps, I think.
100%. Because, like you said, that's where 80% of your searches are going to be. You need to be there first, even before
Yeah.
organic. And like, it's easy. Like you said, it's stupid easy to rank in maps too. It's so
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. I
Yeah,
think
just pictures and reviews. What it comes down to.
and making sure you have all your services filled out, and but
Yeah,
that's so easy. And like, I think part of the problem is like we'll tell people to do stuff, but because they haven't been in the trenches, they overthink it. They're like, they don't
yeah,
understand the why, right? Because I know doing this and this will get me to here, but they
yeah,
haven't been here, so they don't believe in the process yet, I think is the problem.
yeah. Well, it's like human nature. It's like none of us learn anything because someone told us what to do, right? Like, there's been so much great advice that I've thrown away, and like I don't know. It's like the only way I'll ever learn is like if I have to know how to explain it. It's like you have to like go in the trenches yourself, I guess, and then you're like, oh, okay, that was right. And then, funnily enough, you think it was your own idea the whole time when it wasn't. Like someone told you what to do like a year ago, but it's like this is a random tangent. But It's
No,
quite interesting.
you're absolutely right. Like,
Yeah,
people, I think people also like, because when I first got in SEO like a long time ago, everyone always obsesses do these tools because you go on YouTube and or you go
yeah,
on Reddit and the only thing you see is like the buy this tool, buy that tool, and it's like you get so
yeah,
distracted that you don't do
yeah,
the maps optimization, and then people feel lost and upset because they've spent all this money, and it's really unfortunate that new people get kind of, I'm going to say taken for a ride, but taken for a ride where like they believe that they need the tool, that the tool will get them the
yeah,
result. When in reality, the tool can be helpful, but you need
yeah,
to be following the process, and then they're not because this tool seems cool and fun, but cool and fun isn't what actually gets you like ranked. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
unless you
yeah,
enjoy,
yeah.
some people enjoy it, but you know,
I mean, yeah, that's right. Cool and fun doesn't get you ranked. What gets you ranked is like it's just a lot of commitment and it's a lot of time, like just doing the same thing. And it's really weird, right? Because you don't see any benefit from doing the right thing until like been doing it for a long time. Like I've noticed that in SEOs, like like one of my clients' competitors had like 300 photos. So imagine me trying to convince him, you have to add like 10 photos a day. It's like you just have to do the right thing for a long time. And you don't really need like SEMrush, to be honest. You just need to take pictures and ask your customers to leave a review, to be honest.
it's tough too because when you're new, like I just got a message from someone too, and they got their first customer, and the customer
Yeah,
didn't understand why the photos thing was like important. And because they're new,
yeah,
of course, they're not confident in it. So I'm sure the way they explained it didn't come across as highly confident in like the idea itself. And then the
yeah,
customer
yeah.
isn't listening to them. And, they're like, do
Oh,
I
okay,
fire the
okay.
customer because it's my first customer? And I told them, like, it's tough, right? Because when it's their first customer, do I tell them fire the customer if they're not listening? It's like, or do they just ride it out, get as much money as they can, and will do it, trying to help the people despite them not listening and then leave. Like, this is
Yeah,
the kind of thing that, a course or, you know, nothing can
yeah,
prepare you for it until you're there and you experience it. And then you're like, oh, got to
yeah.
deal with
A
this,
hundred,
you
a
know?
hundred percent, 100%. Yeah. Exactly. You got to learn through, getting your hands dirty. And I mean, I don't think he should fire his customer. I think he should learn how to deal with that situation because that's not going to be the only customer that's going to fight you. And I guess if customers are fighting you, is that something to do with your communication style that you're not giving them confidence that you know what you're doing? Because I noticed if you switch up your communication style to instead of saying, "Oh, I think this could possibly be really good," it's kind of cheesy, but if you're like add pictures, it's going to boost your SEO. It's going to have a massive impact. If you chuck away words like think and probably and possibly, uh, for some reason, like it's a lot easier to convince people. I don't know I don't know if that's a good thing, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is.
See, and what's really interesting? You can tell a marketer because, interestingly enough, I've noticed that when have had to convince clients, and I did exactly what you just said, I'll start putting in wording into my sentence that I'm speaking to them. It's something we do, right? Because you just used great copy words. Like
Yeah,
this is going to be insane. This is going to be so powerful, right? We start to use the words, and it works. It just proves that it
yeah,
works. In whether you're talking to someone or you're writing it on a sales page, it's like the same thing.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? It's like actually you learn these skills and like it just works in all different facets of life.
Lessons
Yeah,
learned.
lessons learned. Yeah, exactly.
I
I
see
guess it's
the
all right. I
I
guess
see the location again.
that's good. Do you reckon like they could have the location just a little bit more frequent in the website?
I think it's done sparingly enough.
Okay.
I'll usually do about this, but I mean, you probably can do more. That's just always been my kind of. I don't want to go too close up to the line and then have the site get. But
Oh
it
yeah,
could be you could I could be here in the lines here. I honestly don't know. It's just my experience is I usually will do once per page if it's a location.
oh wow, once per page.
But then
Yeah,
again, a lot of it is maps, so it's like It may not even, this is the problem with SEO is, we start thinking about maybe half the things we talked about don't matter, or they all do, right? But you start to notice patterns, whether intentional or not, when you do enough sites where you see things. Like you were saying
Yeah,
earlier, where, then you'll know this like for the future, and you approach all your projects that way. Whereas in the beginning, you're not
yeah,
necessarily going to know that. And that's why like you see beginners keyword stuff, you see beginners do all this stuff with duplicate content because they don't
yeah.
know yet that, and they probably won't need to if they're just a business owner, because this is their only project. But if they're a marketer, this is stuff that is going to be really important that they learn that.
I like how they've bolded like expert craftsmanship.
I don't like the corporate speak again.
And I was gonna say it's quite funny because at the top, like you got the picture of the owner with his van, so it communicates solopreneur, and I think you should own that, and you should just be like, I am the business, and like it just adds like a nice personal touch. I think whenever you're dealing with anyone, you just want to kind of see the people behind the business a bit more.
100%. I know this looks nice, but I would get rid of this part.
Oh, yeah, fair. But I mean, this is more like CRO, right? Rather than like SEO, I guess.
I mean, they do kind of overlap with like user experience, but you're right. We might be getting a little bit too much in the copy.
Yeah.
But I mean, this looks good, I think.
Our mission, our unique approach.
Duplicate
I
content.
think he had this on the other page as well. The thing is, right, I don't know what is unique about this approach because a lot of businesses have clear communication or detailed planning and pre-job. So maybe that section could be improved a little bit.
Honestly, I would improve it on the other page since it's the same there. I would remove it here, and I would remove this here because this is already on
this
the
is proper
homepage.
duplicate.
So we've got a lot of duplicate content, which is a problem. Again, this needs to be in the center.
And you know what? I was expecting to see a map for some reason because you always see like a Google map on the about page.
Remove a lot of stuff and put in maps. Definitely center this. I like the background here. I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
What I really care about is the contact page. I want to see if this has a maps, and I'm hoping that it does.
Okay. So about and a contact. Oh, okay. This is all right. No.
Okay, this is a big problem. This contact page is bad because this is good, but you should have phone number with a call to action, tell button. You should have address, and you should have a Google Maps above this appointment form. This should be its own page. There should be a page that is just schedule an appointment. There should be a call to action on this page that takes them there. And remember that other page where we were saying like the call to action was going to be schedule an appointment? That should then go to this page, the new page that'll be that. People would rather talk to a human than fill out a form. I can promise you, in my experience, people don't want to.
This is interesting. So you're saying like it's better to like having a form as your CTA is bad. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Because I do that for a lot of my clients. So I'm just thinking, what?
Well, do you talk to them before that?
No, it's literally just like schedule an appointment, and it's like literally it's just a form like this. But I was wondering, that maybe there's a better call to action. Telephone call. A lot of people prefer that, I think.
Do you have a live chat on your site?
I do not have a live chat.
Get a live chat. Like it doubled my conversions, and this was like years ago when I was in the make money online niche. It would double my conversions on sales pages. It's insane. Just having it there, people won't use it 95% of the time, but it just being there makes people take action. It's so weird. Because I wouldn't think people would use it, but they do. And I advise these guys too to do it.
And then instead of a form, what would you replace it with? Like the live chat or like a phone number or what?
Well, live chat, you want that to be on every page. Like on, how my sales pages have it in the bottom? You want to have like that. I would keep this form. I like the form. And I think there are times where you should use a form. Like I think for your case, if it's working, keep it. But I think for this where people kind of know what a website design is more than people are going to have a lot of questions with home modeling because you're spending a lot of money and like all this stuff.
maybe appointment request should be like consultation request or something.
I would definitely have this be its own page, because then if people want to do it, they can. But on the contact page, I would just have a maps. I would just have the phone number, the address, and then I would maybe have a button that says, request an appointment. I would do something like that. The form looks really clean, and it's protecting against spam, which is lovely. So I really do like the form. I think it looks really clean.
That's professional. I like that. That's good as well, basically, because you're not allowed to text people or like email them without their consent. Like marketing emails, like they're really strict about that. I don't know about the US, but the UK, they're just like really strict about it. So it's really good that he has that there.
The US is crazy. There's literally the Can Spam Act where you can spam as much as you want until people tell you to stop.
Really?
Yeah, like you can cold email people, and all you have to do is just stop emailing them if they tell you to stop. I think you have to have an unsubscribe in the footer where it's like obvious that it works. It's so broken here. I love it, but I know people who aren't marketers hate it.
Well,
it's crazy.
I should move there. Because over here, like you're not even allowed to ask your customers for a review because it counts as marketing. The only way you can ask them for a review is if you ask their consent when they sent you their contact information. Otherwise, you're breaking the law. So, like, I don't know, man. I feel sometimes I look at the US and I just feel like it's better for business. Yeah, it's just like
pros and cons, I guess. I mean, it's crazy now because there's literally Fiverr gigs where you can pay and people will set up an AI call center where not only does it do incoming calls, but it does outgoing calls. So you have agents calling people 24/7. You can have as many as you want. And for $800 you can get that set up right now. I can't imagine in 3 years. Like no one's talking about this too. It's eerily quiet with this. This is going to be huge. The AI call. Like imagine having 5 AI that are equal to a human, right? Doing cold calls here 24/7.
I mean, I think that would be better than the current Google support system. So, I'm all for it.
It's going to be crazy with the cold calling. People are going to, oh man, the people that adopt that early are going to make a ton of money before everyone gets sick of it. At this point, we noticed that there's a blog, so we went to actually look at the blog page for this website. Again, same background. I would change this to blog.
It's just
welcome to our remodeling blog would be better because then you have remodeling blog in there, which is one of your services.
I think it just helps a search engine understand what this page is. If it says blog, then it's like, okay, we'll put that in the blog section.
So center that, different background, change the heading.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
We have content. We have 2025 content. Although I immediately did notice a problem. This is not clickable. This text needs to be clickable. On so many blog websites, the title of the blog post is a clickable link. I tried to click it before I clicked on this.
Well, I'm just thinking though, like top 25 family-friendly activities in St. George, Utah. What does that have to do with being a remodeling business?
Yeah, this is not really relevant content.
And the thing is, you're going to dilute, like, from a search engine's point of view, you're going to dilute what your website's about. And I've had this issue before, where it's like, if you don't post relevant content, then they just don't put you in certain categories.
This is probably hurting your SEO. I'm gonna feel bad if they paid money to outsource these blog posts. I would unpublish everything that isn't relevant to what you do.
I mean, is a home remodel worth the investment in Southern Utah? That's really good. That's like really specific. You're the guy in Southern Utah to talk to about that.
Yeah, that's awesome content. I think the strategy is they're trying to target people who are moving to this location, who are buying a house or who are trying to build a house, but they remodel and repair. It doesn't seem like they're a real estate business. So this to me seems like real estate blog type content. I would definitely probably unpublish these two. See, like these 3 are perfect. They're relevant. They make sense. They're good. So it looks like this might be all their content. So it's just these 2 have got to go.
Yeah.
Fast. We want to build
Yeah.
relevance and, clamp down on what it is we do so Google knows this is what we do. Yeah.
And like you said, if they've outsourced this, and there's certain businesses that write blog posts and then they just copy the same content across like a million websites. And if Google sees that pattern, like you got that kind of content, they might kill your ranking.
Yeah, be very careful who you are outsourcing your blog post writing to. I've seen that a lot, speaking of what you said, where people will do that and it'll just be low quality, spammy, copied content. It's like, I have to do so much cleanup.
Do you get those do you get those emails as well, where it's like, I can give you like 100 blog posts for like $50 or something? And it's like,
you know what's crazy? I get so many, and I literally get the SEO guys. It's like, do you not see that I sell SEO courses? Like, that's so crazy. I have like, I think in the one video on the Facebook page I posted, I don't know if you saw it, but it had like pending comments in the local ninja site. And there was like 10,000 of them because everyone's trying to get a backlink.
Oh my God. But those are no follow, right? Like,
I don't know why people do it, because most WordPress sites have it so that the website owner has to manually approve. No one's going to approve. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, I made a whole YouTube video about this. It's on the local rank ninja channel. Stop like spamming, comment sections trying to get links. It doesn't work. I don't know why people do this. It's crazy.
You know what it is, man? There's two people, right? People that understand SEO and what it's about, and then people that think it's just like ticking items off a shopping list and like think, okay, let's just like do all of these things and like cross it off our list.
I feel like some of these people are like going to Fiverr to hire an SEO for the first time, and then they just get this guy that just does all this crap that looks really good. Someone doesn't know SEO is like, wow, they did all this for me, when it just is either A, not going to improve your ranking, or B, actually hurt your ranking.
I don't know. It's kind of good for us though. Good SEO just isn't that hard, to be honest. It's a lot of work, but it's not like fundamentally like, if you just do a good job, like you can stand out. Do you know, like I feel like Fiverr is a bit of like a money pit where it's like everyone's just like scraping the bottom of the barrel and like everyone's trying to compete with each other on price. But it's like you can actually like set yourself apart by actually just doing a really good job and sticking to the fundamentals. I'll be interested to see one of these blog posts though. Like, I want to see like if the content itself is actually good. So like where it says like, is a home remodel worth the investment?
Yeah, let's take a look at this one. Okay, they do have an outbound link.
But you have to highlight it, right?
Yeah, you can't tell it's a link unless you move your mouse.
You can't tell it's a link. It's kind of like, it's a little bit wishy-washy, I think. It does read a little bit corporate.
I'm looking for links. I mean, I feel like they felt like they needed the outbound link, but they were scared of driving traffic away. That's usually what's happening when I see this. All you have to do is set this to open in a new tab, which it's already set to. Just make it obvious it's a link. Google does not like hiding links with the same color font. They don't like that kind of stuff. So change it so that everyone knows it's a link. That's going to help you with your blog content.
They actually penalize you for doing that? Like hiding links? Yeah.
I've actually had one of my clients get penalized because they hid links and they hid keywords. They had like, see this white area here? They would have like a bunch of keywords. And I came in and I didn't know it was there, right? Because I looked at their blog and I was like, okay. Whereas when I started like highlighting, I started seeing all these words and I was like, oh no, People
think that Google with its billions of dollars is like really stupid for some reason. I like these numbers. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really good. Although I like that they cited the source. Is this the same link though? Hold on. No, it's not. Okay. Good. This should be its own paragraph. And I think there's like a spacing problem. I would move this down. I really love how they're breaking down, like, here's how you're going to get a return, because that's what people care about. That's awesome. Here's the return on investment %. Again, I'm seeing that spacing error, whereas this isn't down here. So we need to be formatting our content cleanly and splitting that stuff up.
It's good for the most part. I think blogs are like a really good opportunity to like link to external trustworthy sources, and that kind of helps search engines kind of see like what your content is also like legit. But he does, he's got a link every paragraph. I guess that's pretty good.
But definitely make these links so you can tell they did their content research properly, which is really, really good because this is actually really rare. I haven't seen this with people who are new to SEO or learning SEO. Usually they'll have one link or they won't bother. So the fact that they've actually gone through the trouble of having links here to each statistic is like fantastic. I would order this in order so that you start with the lowest so people then want to scroll down. And you could even mention in the first like paragraph, right? We're going to list lowest to highest. So if you want to see it's going to get you the most return, stay tuned till the end.
Yeah.
And that'll keep people on page longer, you got to play the game.
You notice the little things. I've noticed that actually, like any kind of like design issues or like spacing issues, like you pick up on it really well.
Thank you. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like they've used the same template, I guess. Maybe there's an issue with the template that they're using. It's not spacing up properly. I wonder, are these like original pictures or are they like stock pictures from Usplash?
It is not original. I'm seeing.
So I guess it's better to have original photographs if you can, right?
Well said. 100%. Take your own pictures. You'll also have a chance to get traffic from Google Images if you do that. So you will get just so much more visibility.
That's interesting. Okay.
Like I actually own a DSLR camera because I would go taking pictures at clients. These days really? we just pay for original stock photos where no one else has it. But I would actually like take pictures of their stuff in them and everything. And
mate. Okay, interesting. I've got a DSLR too. Maybe I've got an iPhone though, so like I'll take pictures for my clients using an iPhone.
I mean, this was This was a long time ago. Nowadays, your phone can do like just as good of a job. You don't need probably a DSLR.
But you know what it is though. If you come in with a DSLR, then you look legit. Like it's all about marketing yourself, to be honest. It's like, I'm thinking, you know what? That's a good way to get some rep.
Yeah, and you could even include like you get professional stock photos with taken original with the SEO plan. They could pay for more if you want to do more.
They give me like $200, and I just drive to their whatever they're doing, and then I just take pictures of their work.
There's a million ways to add more value to your service, and so many people don't. And it's you can make so much more money because you can provide value in a lot of creative ways that other people aren't doing. Like the video marketing thing. People hate it when I talk about that. They don't want to be on camera. They don't want to. It is so easy to get views and traffic. It's like 10 times, 20 times easier than organic search.
Oh yeah. I saw that firsthand, by the way, because like I started ranking like #1 for a bunch of random stuff. Even if you Google local SEO Shoken, I think I'm like #3 or something with my YouTube videos. So it's quite funny.
Like you could do that though, like right? Like if your niche is SEO, you could just take SEO tools and do reviews of them. And then when people type in the tool, because they're doing all the marketing for the tools, you could just piggyback off of their traffic. It's beautiful.
Oh man, I love it. By the way, this business owner, he definitely needs to get on YouTube, make like a video or something. It would just be good for his like about page as well, to be honest.
I agree. I think, and I know in the course we talk about this and stuff, but like having the service area videos, they work really well because they can even show up when people are typing in the service. I've had clients where their website hasn't showed up yet, but because we've done the video, they're starting to get visibility. I've had clients that were startups that got their first couple customers because I took out my Android phone and did that for them. So it's like, it's so easy. People just are so scared of being on camera for some reason. I just keep encountering that same objection over and over. It's just, I don't want to be on camera. And it's like, but the traffic you're going to get is so worth it. You can't be your own worst enemy,
I mean, this blog post could actually just be a video as well. And then you could post the video and like write all the content as well.
There needs to be a button at the bottom here where it says, get started now, or get your free estimate. And then it needs to be below this content, but always have one.
Yeah, 100%. And also have a little bit of urgency in the call to action too. Maybe like contact us today
Yeah,
and get your
you could
quote
even
now.
have, you know what I've seen people do, which has worked really well? They have a coupon with like, like the dashed border around it, and it's get 15% off your first whatever it is, like order, and they
Oh,
have it
really?
on the contact page, or they have it below the blog post. And people
Yeah.
love coupons.
Yeah.
I've seen that 1.5 times conversion rates and stuff. It's crazy.
There you go. That's another great idea. Yeah.
Canva is very fun to use.
Canva. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think overall, do we want to give them a rating, or what do we want to do? Do we want to be brutal?
I'll give a rating. Yeah, I'll say 4 out of 10.
Oh, that's lower than I was going to give it.
Oh, shit.
I'll
Sorry.
give it a 6 out of 10
6 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because the design is just so much better than 99% of websites that we're probably going to be looking at if we keep doing this.
Yeah.
But the SEO is, there's a lot that needs improvement.
And it's not like anything difficult, I don't think. It's definitely doable.
I think most of the edits we talked about are like taking like less than 5 minutes per edit, I think, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I mean it's like overall it's pretty good. Like it's about, was it St. George in Utah? And it's a remodel business. And I think that's really good. Like, I mean, it sounds stupid, but like you really do need to tell search engines what exactly you do and what you're about. So it's really good. Like it's really obvious what this business is. The only thing I didn't like is the 2 blog posts that seemed irrelevant. There was a lot of duplicate content. The contact page is missing an address and it's missing a map. And also, I think you should have like a testimonials page or like a reviews page. Just little things that you can do to show that you're like a legit business. And then also have more pictures of yourself and your equipment and your van. Again, it's good for customers. And I have this theory, but I don't think everyone like necessarily agrees. I have this theory that search engines pick up on these things to actually figure out if you're a scam or not. I think it's really important that you make sure that you show your face and like make yourself prominent.
I love that. I think there's definitely some truth to that. I think when you don't, because anyone can make a website, anyone can pay someone a $5 to make them a website, right? But
Yeah,
the websites that are going to have an original picture of a human, where it's not AI generated, it's not a duplicate of someone, it's you and not like a stock photo person. Because I see that so much that like just I groan internally thinking about it. I mean, so many
yeah,
clients I go in and there's stock photos of like random people on their
yeah,
pages, and I'm like, why is this here? Like, it's like, just put your picture, and then they never want to get their picture taken. But if you can make yourself do that, or if you're comfortable with that, that alone will get you probably more results in the long run, because people will trust you more than all the other competition. And then what's going to happen
yeah,
is people are going to leave the competition sites. They're going to start lowering. People will call you. Google will see that, and balancing effect will happen.
yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, nailed it. Oh, and also the Google My Business, right? That's like super important too.
I think the 3 key takeaways for Hyperpeak: number 1, Google My Business. Number 2, I think fixing the contact page is really, really important. And number 3, removing those non-relevant blog posts immediately.
That would be like your top 3 things to do. Yeah.
Do you have a top 3 as well, or do you agree with mine, or what do you think?
My top 3 would be get a Google My Business, start to get reviews like as soon as possible, and just start adding pictures. I think like Gabriel kind of taught me like a long time ago that it's literally all it matters is really just the Google My Business profile for like local businesses. That's where 90% of the traffic comes from. And as he alluded to before, like actually optimizing the website is not half as important as like just getting established on Google Maps, right?
100%. So do that. And I guess that wraps up this first website analysis. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Should we say something good? Because I think like overall the website is really good, but I don't want to like depress the guy. That's the thing. I don't want to
I
bum him
always
out.
feel bad. Yeah. Well, that's why even
Yeah,
earlier I was like, let's, I guess it's so easy to critique, and we do that not to make you
yeah,
feel bad, but we do that because we want to help and improve the site, to
yeah,
be clear. But I think the website design, color scheme, and the branding that you've chosen is absolutely phenomenal. Like S tier, 10 out of 10.
yeah, 100%. Like it looks premium, it looks professional, and like that design is going to get you like $10,000 clients, right? And I think it's a really good start as well. Like a lot of people don't even have like basic SEO. So the fact that you're saying remodeling in southern Utah, South Utah, that's like a really positive step. And it might actually have like a really good impact already. It depends on your competition, how good they are, but you might already be doing enough.
Well, and the good news is usually in construction type niches, in my experience, the competition is very easy to beat. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
That's a nice way I'm putting it.
Yeah. There you go. Cool, man.
All right. Well, let us know what you think. And if you want another one of these, leave a comment down below wherever this video is, and we will catch you in the next one, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and subscribe if you want to become an SEO ninja.